first name. If there is no author, then it would be in alphabetical order of the article title or name of page. Okay? And they have a specific format that we are going to learn. This is how we cite a book. It's a little bit different than citing a website. I'm only going to show you in the citation generator how to do a website, but you will be citing from books eventually. So this is how we do it. It's definitely a little simpler. Again, same author's last name, author's first name. I'm going to capitalize that because the author's first name should be capitalized. The title of the book comes next. Again, same thing, using commas to separate all of these things. Then we will use the publisher. So the publisher in a book is that in that publication page, when you open up a book, you see the publication page on your left, and it'll have the date and what company published it. As you can see in our example here, I use the first Hunger Games book. This is the author, Suzanne Collins. This is the title of the book, The Hunger Games. This is our publisher, Scholastic Press. That is the company who published the book. And then the publication date. Okay, this could be a full date, like sometimes it is published on a date, or it can just be the year, which is, this is right here in 2008. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Are we following? Are we confused? Questions, comments, concerns? Thumbs up. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to use a citation generator because you should know how to use that. And because websites are never going to be as smart as your brain is, we have to check that the citation generator is getting all the correct information, because many times you put in information and it's either missing things that are clearly in the article that you can and should be labeling, and it just misses it and it doesn't see it, and it's your job to input it, or it can mess up. It can put in the wrong formatting, it can leave things out, so you need to know what it needs to look like before you're inputting that information. So I am going to use this article that I've been looking at, the world's biggest glacier. I already copied my URL, and I'm going to share my screen and take you over to EasyBib. Now, over here you will see are some examples of free citation generators. So all of these websites are free, and they all do the same thing, basically. It's just preference on what you use. Each person has a preference on what citation generator they like to use. I like to use EasyBib. Every person is different. So I am going to show you how to use EasyBib. I think it is the easiest, but you can use any of those free citation generators. Let me just get over to EasyBib.
I use a site called Citation Machine. I'm dropping it in the chat as another option. Again, whatever works for you guys.
Yep. Thanks, Ms. Bolin. So let me share my screen here with you. And I am going to go back here. Okay. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my entire screen. Okay. So I'm on EasyBib here. The first thing I am going to do is I don't want to check my paper. That is another source on a lot of these websites where you can check your paper for, here's our word here, plagiarism. Okay, we want to make sure that we are not using anybody else's information without citing it. Here, I'm going to create my citations. So you're going to click Create Citations. And here, as you can see, it has already indicated that it's creating an MLA citation. You have to be careful and make sure that this says MLA, because if it doesn't, it'll say APA, Chicago, AMA. You need to make sure it's in MLA or whatever citation your teacher is asking you to do. Most likely, before you go to college, it will be MLA. You are going to choose the source. Am I citing from a website, a book, a journal? And there's even more. There's newspaper. There's a film or online video. There's online databases, advertisements, the Bible I can cite, a blog, a brochure, a cartoon, a chapter of a book, right? So maybe I'm reading a chapter book and I just want to cite that chapter. I can do that. All of these cases, a dictionary you can cite. Or an image. Here's our image, okay? Right now we're going to focus on website. I'm going to click that website, and here it says search by keyword or URL. I can put in the title of our article, but I'm going to put in our URL so it gives me exactly what article I'm looking for. Now, if I didn't put the URL and I put the article title, there's probably a lot of article titles that have these words in it. So I would need to look at the results and make sure I am choosing the actual article that I'm talking about. This is exactly the article. This is Dojo News. This is the author I remember looking at. I'm going to press cite. Now, this is where it tells you, oops, add. This is where it's going to show you all of the things that EasyBib found. They found the article title, the URL, the website, the date accessed, the date published. But here is what it's telling you. We don't have this, okay? We don't have this publisher sponsor. So I'm going to press continue, and I'm going to look here because I need to edit this citation. It can make it for me, but I need to edit it. The first thing I need to edit, I'm seeing my title. Can you tell me, does anything look wrong with this title? Is there anything that I need to fix about this title? Let's look back at this title here, right? Same title. What's the difference between this title here and this title here? Can you see that? Any ideas?
The capital letters aren't there.
Absolutely. Good job. Every word that is more than 3 letters in our article title has to be capitalized. So this needs to be capitalized. I am going to go in and capitalize all of the first letters. Now, you can see I'm going to do may just because I want to, but this word be, you don't really need to capitalize that because it's a 2-letter word. We really only want to capitalize the bigger words, more than 3 letters. Okay? So I'm going to fix that. This is another reason why we can't just trust that this website is going to do that for us. I'm making sure that the author is here. If there's any other authors or editors or illustrators, I could add other contributors, right? I could do author, editor, translator, okay? But this just has one author. And I'm going to make sure that the first name is in there and the last name is in there correctly capitalized. This is the website title, Dojo News. This is the URL. I want to display that URL because I want my teachers to find where I'm getting this information. The date published, and this was the date accessed, okay? Now, I am going to look and complete my citation. Now here it is. It tells me that we did it in MLA, and here is my works cited. As you can see, here is that works cited section. I would then copy that citation and put that into my references page. Now, the great thing about this website is it will, if you create another citation, it will put these in alphabetical order for you. But you need to make sure that you are keeping these, because sometimes you might be adding, and then you're like, okay, I'll add more tomorrow. Let me hop onto EasyBib tomorrow. All my citations that I did yesterday are gone. That has definitely happened to me. So making sure that you are saving all these citations when you create them. I can quickly copy it right here. It's asking me if I want to check my paper. I don't, but it's telling me my citation is copied, and I will paste that in my references page that you all have in Google Classroom. Okay, so now that you know how to do that pretty effectively, we are going to, one second, I stopped sharing. Okay. We are going to play a little game, reviewing our knowledge about bibliographies and plagiarism and citing and all of these things. Does anybody have any questions before we play our review game? Questions, comments, concerns? Okay. Has anybody ever played Kahoot? Played Kahoot before? Okay, awesome. We're going to be playing a Kahoot game. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me get this started. It's loading. You are going to hop on to kahoot.it. I will put it in the chat if we don't know how to get there. Kahoot.it. It's probably kahoot.com. And then you are going to put in the game pin. I will share my screen with you right now. Is everybody able to find Kahoot.it? Awesome. I see Oliver in there. I like your little emoji guy. Thank you, Zeke. Awesome. Alrighty, let's get started. I will read the questions to you and you will answer them on your screen. This is our bibliography Kahoot. What is another name for a bibliography? An index, a glossary, an appendix, or a works cited? You're going to click which one you think it is. Nice. Okay. It is works cited, okay? We noticed that in our planning document, okay? Works cited or references is another word for a bibliography. Good job. Alrighty, next question. You can infer, which means you can guess, that the cite means that to cite means to tell the source, to use quotation marks, to point out something, or to do research. What does it mean to cite? When I am citing something, that means to tell the source, to do research, or to use... Very good, okay? We are telling the source, okay? We want to make sure that we are indicating where we're getting our information from. Nice. Okay. Which is an example of plagiarism? Including facts in your paper with a web link, including facts in your paper and not giving a source, including a quote in your paper. Oh, very nice. Alrighty, I know this one was a little confusing. Which is an example of plagiarism. So including facts in your paper and not giving the source, that is plagiarism, okay? Okay. How does a bibliography help a reader? The reader can find the source and read more. It lets the reader dispute the facts. It guarantees the reader that the sources are accurate, or it defines words that the reader may not know. So the reader can find the source and read more. That is the point of a bibliography. Okay. How does citing a website differ from citing a book? This is definitely a little tricky. Remember what was different about the book. A book, you only need what? Only a book citation includes the author's name. Only a web citation includes the date of access. Only a book citation includes the date of publication. Very nice, right? Only a web citation includes the date of access. Good. Because with a book, you're not gonna write when you accessed that book. Very nicely done. Which of the following is or are true about a bibliography? It can be written in several different styles. It includes sources you never looked at. It always appears at the front of a book or paper, or it gives you credit for other people's ideas. What is true? What sentence did I read that is true? Okay. It doesn't give you, I like that we all answered that. It doesn't give you credit for other people's ideas. You are crediting other people's things. I get why that is confusing. Maybe I should have edited that answer. But it can be written in several different styles, right? We learned about MLA, APA, AMA, all those. It can be written in several different styles. I understand why you all put that answer. It gives you credit for other people's ideas. That makes sense too, but you are giving credit to other people's ideas, all right? That was confusing. True or false? A bibliography must be in alphabetical order. True or false? True is yes, false is no. Okay, a bibliography must be in alphabetical order. If you're doing websites, books, whatever it may be, has to be in alphabetical order. Okay? And that's why we learned how to create one and look what they look like, because not always is the citation generator going to create an entire list for us. If true or false, if you include an image that is not your own in your project, you must cite it. Yes or no? True or false? Good. True. If you include an image that's not your own, you must cite it. You must put where you got that picture. If you're using your own picture, then you don't have to cite it. It's coming from you. Google is a credible source. True or false? Google is a credible source. Okay, very good job. I thought I was going to trick you with that one. Google is not the source, right? Google is what we use to look for sources sometimes. We might use other things to look for sources. But the source is the website, right? The source is wherever we're getting this information. Google is compiling information for us, but it is not the source. Good job. Nice. True or false? You can trust everything on Wikipedia. We talked about this on Tuesday. Good job. You already know that. You can't trust everything on Wikipedia. You know that you can't trust everything you read online either. We talked about that on Tuesday. That's why you have to double check. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay, well, there's only 3 of you, so at least you all placed. Number 1 is Oliver. Nice. You all did really, really good. Very nicely done. Look how cute these little emojis are. Alrighty. Now we have... Alright. Let's see. That is a fun game, and I can definitely put that in our classroom if you want to play it. Okay? Okay, so we had a really great lesson today. We learned a lot about how to cite, what is included in our citations, what goes in a bibliography, how our bibliographies look. I know, a lot of information. But again, we are not telling you, hey, tomorrow please make sure you have your bibliography list done. No, we're going to do it with you step by step, okay? Because there are going to be probably a lot of websites that you use. Okay, so that is it for today. Does anybody have any questions on citing, on bibliographies, on plagiarism?
Nope.
Anything? Okay.
Nope.
Okay, everybody.
She's later.
I will see you all later. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you for our Happy Friday.
See ya.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
later.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Bye.
Bye.